Morning, friends. Just finished all of the Genesis meditations, just working through those, acknowledging your work there. You know this is an ungraded assignment, but I want to let you know that you're doing a great job. I want you in these the heart work that I send out to you, the text that I send out to you, and to have your own private time. I love some of the prayers some of you wrote, some of the insights that you're making theologically. Don't forget to look at this through the lens of the nonprofit leader. I've chosen these passages for a reason, and I will begin recording some talkbacks for you to put some of those things into perspective. One of the things I want you to be aware of is this: dualism. Look it up, Google it. Theological dualism, particularly amongst evangelicals, particularly amongst, well, Protestants first, evangelicals next. Wesleyans and holiness movements within Wesleyanism can sometimes have a problem with flesh and spirit, good and bad, up and down, shame, inclusion, exclusion. Multiple dualisms complicate why the nonprofit sector, sacred and secular, our ability to understand a text which speaks to business issues can be rejectionable because we have a theology that can be weak on creation. And if you have a theology that's weak on creation, then you'll have a theology that's weak on the incarnation, because he came in some skin. If our theologies and if our ministries don't take seriously bodies and families and food and comfort and all that's implied by the cultural mandate, where we're called to guard, govern, guide, and garden, to be like him, male, female, be like him, an essential equality built into the human family, then we must inspect what faith is and how this is working out in our spirituality, and where culture may be overriding canon. You see, because God has ordained culture, we see this in Genesis chapter 1, 26 through 28. That's the cultural mandate, a law spoken into our being to be like him and to guard, govern, guide, and garden. But he's left it up to us. He has ordained culture, but he's left it to us to order it. And what we order is indeed what we do, not what humanity does. I mean, not what God does. So, I want you to be thinking about that, and think about these passages in terms of how they might relate to the nonprofit sector. I look forward to working with you. You'll hear more from me about the organizational dramas in just a couple of days.